But
you ever dated a white girl before?
fuck no. I mean, I'm sorry, white women. No, hell no.
Have you, Ryan?
You know that.
Never.
Have I dated a white woman? Yeah.
Why?
Same reason you date anybody else because you want to.
Yeah. I think me and Rod kind of grew up in a culture kind of as well too, where we weren't really like we treated people as people more than we had a cultural pride to have a belonging to like just our culture. So we was more assimilated. Like we grew up around people like white people, and they was just people. So like it was to me when I went to HBCU, it was a complete culture shock because I was like, what in the niggas?
Yes.
I ain't seen. I ain't know this side of blackness. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
feel like that when I visited Winston when I was in school. All them black people, my God.
yeah, it was like
God.
a sea of black people. You was like, shit.
And I went to school in the mountains, all the rednecks and the hillbillies and all that shit. Anyway,
That was a quick detour. Shout out to all HBCUs.
no, but no, he was saying he don't like he don't date white women.
Oh yeah, I don't date white women.
Just white women, or you don't date any woman but the black woman.
I don't date anyone but black women.
That's what's up.
And tell us why.
It has a lot to do with three sisters, so they gave. So I always heard like, and it may have just been one of those social conditioning things. So it's like, don't bring no white woman home. Don't bring no white woman home. Don't bring no white woman home. And it may have, I think it was like some.
That's fair.
I don't think it was like dead the fuck serious, but I think it was serious. And so it was one of them things where I did end up going to private school that I got kicked out of.
You look like you get kicked out of school.
I got kicked out of 6 months.
Everything about you looks like you got kicked out of school. Like you just look like you were just like, man,
My first girl, it was. That's exactly what happened. And my first girlfriend,
and stubborn.
She called the house, and she was black, but she went to. I ain't gonna say what school. She went to my school. She went to that private school. She was one of those like K through. You know, she was one of those lifers.
Okay.
And
Niggas burning the damn carpet?
And so
look at y'all. Can't keep nothing clean. I'm just fucking with you.
So she called the house and she was like, "Hey, can I speak to Oswald, please?" And my mom was like, "Oh, this nigga done did it. He at the private school for fucking 5 minutes." And she turned out to be black. So fortunately, I never, even at a private school, I didn't bring home a white girl. So, it was just something I just never did. And then when I got older, I never like, I'm a Southern nigga, so I like big ass,
Yeah.
big breast meats, and so it's just, I don't, that flat booty ain't gonna really do too much for me.
So they're not aesthetically pleasing.
No.
So like,
in first place.
yeah.
Look at him.
Yo, I will never forget. I will never forget me and Ryan. Like, I don't know. Like, I have this thing. Like, when it comes to white chicks, like. No, listen. Being at the fact that we come from like the same background in regards to high school and being around white people, like it's just absolutely no. I don't see a difference. Like white people is just white people. Like we
grew up with.
Yeah, like it wasn't a cultural belonging type thing. We was like, for me, I wasn't made to feel like white people are any different, like in regards to I should choose my race over them because I should have some loyalty to my race because of the color they are.
Right.
And so that didn't make any sense to us. And so for me, it was more so like they just people. Like, so the black dudes would date predominantly white girls at my school, but it was only because it was 6 black girls. So it made sense to us that they would choose white women, not just over us, because shit, they outnumbered us. So I think it just like the black dudes who end up dating white women, or who like that type, they just grew to have a preference in having that.
Some of them grew up in fucking hood and probably never seen.
Exactly.
White people.
And experience them like on some just regular ass shit. They're not a part of their world.
I've seen hood niggas date white girls though, that get married to white girls, and I think I do think there's a large percentage of dudes that think exactly how y'all. There's a large percentage of dudes who think exactly how y'all said.
Right.
So like they've had this fantastical idea of like.
Damn, what's that word?
That's fantastical. You see how I did that
Oh,
motherfucker?
Yo,
You see how I threw that
I was
motherfucker
like,
in there? You
shit.
see how I threw that motherfucker in there?
Vanna.
Fantastical, nigga. Look it up, bitch. They had this idea that white women are like,
Pushovers.
yeah, like, man, you get a white girl, she ain't gonna give you that type of lip. And then, but here's the fucked up part though, and here's what where I think niggas fuck up. If I am gonna get a white girl, nigga, she ain't gonna never have seen BET a day in her fucking life. Like, she ain't gonna have no.
Because I think that contradicts. Like, you
I'm
dating
not
a white
getting
girl
a white girl that be like,
literally trying to look
yeah,
like me,
yeah,
trying to
yeah.
talk like
That's
me,
true.
trying to be
Okay,
me.
no, but
Fuck
what? No,
no.
but here's the bigger
My
question.
white girl, her
But the
daddy
white
ain't
girl-
gonna fucking like me.
Okay,
nigga.
so here's the thing.